profile. So I don't know what changed. I don't know if it's my permissions. Well, Michael, I don't know what's going on. Trying to get you up here. Try it again. Oh, maybe I just, invite sent. I see you. I see you got your hands up. I see everything's, doesn't seem to, when it says I send an invite. So good times, guys. This is a way to start the short week. I don't know why I can't pull you up. So weird. I don't see. Marilyn, can you, when you right click on the people in the audience, does it bring up the sub menu? I can't even send a message.
I had an option to invite them to speak.
Yeah.
However, even though I click it, it seems that I don't know why they can't speak.
Huh? Yeah, because Michael, he came up. Shoot.
I invited him to speak.
Yeah.
And then now he's now a speaker, but I don't know why he can't speak.
Okay, I'm trying to bring you guys up. I don't know. Nobody's. Let me know in the chat if you guys are seeing these invites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't let you, huh?
She's now a speaker.
Yep, and Tyrell's there too. Tyrell, you there? I see you. I just can't hear you.
Trent.
And you're not on mute. This is weird.
Check.
I'm gonna close this down and restart everything and see if there's just a glitch of some sort. Okay. Stick tight. Come on back. I'm gonna close it out, ending the stage for everybody, and I'm gonna restart everything. It's not letting me bring you up.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you guys are all asking to come up, which is awesome. I appreciate that, but nobody. Okay, it says you're here. Tyrell is definitely got his headphones off, so he can't hear us. Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, you're talking, but I can't hear you. This is fun. Dang it. Yeah, I can see the green. Your square turns green, but I can't hear him. Okay, you can hear him, and I can't.
I also can't hear Michael.
You can't hear Michael either? Yeah, I hit accept.
Yeah.
And just sit. Well, guys, what the flip makes me mad. Yeah, I hit accept and just sit there and not letting me up. Cutting edge reality. Okay, or reality. Yeah, and I'm trying to even bring you guys up. Invite to server, ignore block. No, that's none. That's so weird. Am I in the wrong server? What's going on? Something's wrong. Okay, no idea. All right, well, shoot. Oh, and Joy can hear him.
You can hear them.
She can hear everybody. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening. Let me just check my settings. I'll put it to a different speaker.
Can you hear them on Discord?
She's on the phone, probably.
Okay. Yes, we're here. Okay.
Okay. And Debbie, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get everybody up here. Golly, guys, this is frustrating.
There we go. Can you hear me? Trent?
Okay.
Anyone?
Can you guys reach out to Ahmed? He just called me.
Bueller?
I hear you.
Bueller?
Trent can't hear us.
I hear it. I hear you too, Michael. So
right now,
yeah.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, you guys are all there. I can see that you're.
Yeah, we're talking to each other
on the FB. But yeah.
Oh.
I think you might mute, or I'm not sure.
No, I'm not muted or
You
anything.
can hear them, but I can hear them.
You can hear them
I
now.
can hear
Okay,
them.
so we know it's working and it's got to be on my side. Settings. Let's go to settings.
Yeah.
Default output is my speakers. Let's set it up. I'll go to a different speaker.
Battery
Let's see.
80%. Connected to iPad and Trent's MacBook Pro24.
I don't think it's settings
Yeah, I'm
changed.
changing things around.
It's
Sorry, guys. This sucks. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it was just not working through my computer. So I got to. Okay, talk to me, guys. Anybody?
Hello.
Cutting edge.
Hello.
Yep. You? Yep.
Trent.
Okay. Good. I switched you to. Yeah, I switched you to a Bluetooth speaker.
Awesome.
Let's see if that keeps on working. All right, guys. Hi. Well, that was a waste of 16 minutes.
It was all just a ruse to get people up on here.
Yeah, it worked. I'm going to do that every morning.
Good job.
Everybody's coming up.
That's awesome. You guys are awesome. All right.
So what's going on with Atlas?
Okay, so with Atlas, anybody having issues with Atlas?
I'm having a lot of issues in a lot of areas. It's not pulling the properties up.
Oh, really? Is that happening again?
Yeah.
I don't use Atlas.
Okay, let me check it out real quick.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Atlas. I don't use it.
Oh, who's that?
What's that?
Yeah, bring your. Are you Cutting Edge Realty?
Yes.
What's your first name? I'm sorry, I forget.
Richard.
Okay. Yeah. What don't you like?
I don't know. I tried it for a week or so. Am I echoing to everybody else?
Yeah, I'm trying to turn.
I was echoing back to myself.
No.
Anyway, I tried it. I checked it out a little bit, and I just didn't like the setup. Didn't like the way it was all
Okay.
was.
Well,
And that's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
No, and I felt the same way when I first got on it because I was confused because I kept on trying to do things and it wasn't working. And so maybe I can show you how to use it because I heavily rely on it now. I mean, it's been amazing for me.
And here's the thing, and I can talk to you in a private at some time, but I use a different software that it combines basically Atlas and PropStream, PropWire, all of them into one, and it's only $30. And it's only $30 a month right now.
Well, share it. Share it. No, I want to hear about it.
It's a newer one. Yeah, right. And like I said, I can get with you for a little bit, and then we can check it out together or something like that. But
yeah, no, don't
see.
I want everybody to see what's out there. So yeah, I don't have any problem. Let's tell me what it is.
And they're doing a special right now. And it allows you to have like 500 skip traces, 10,000 upload or downloads.
What's it called?
Yeah, I mean it's called Connected Investor.
And it
basically it's really set up really nice for a new person. All these other ones are set up for seasoned investors.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Connected Investor Real Estate Investing Software Tool. Is that it? Am I in the right place?
It's Connected Investor.
Okay, hold on. Let me share my Great. Hey, no, whenever we find something that's
it's got a green logo.
Yep, got it. Let me share the rest.
It's got AI generated leads. It's got it's basically backed by AI, right? So it's got calculators. It actually has a potential for the buyer, whether they're motivated to sell.
Great.
It's got, it's a different layout but it's really user friendly.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
It does better on comps. It actually has a real world view on rehabs, like a moderate, or not a moderate, like a minimal is like 40 grand, right? Because even somebody says, "Oh, minimal 10 grand," it's not really realistic, right? In my opinion. So it takes.
It's $30 a month, but I'm seeing $100 a month here. Am I seeing the right? Am I looking at the right thing? Do you see my screen?
That I've got. Connected Investor. Yeah, it's got the green logo. I don't know. There should be something for new members. If not, I will find the link. That I joined with.
Okay.
Yeah, a while back. Let me see if I can find that link because I joined a couple months ago, and it's $30 until January.
Okay.
For new subscribers, new members, and that kind of thing. So let me see if I can locate that link, and put it in the chat.
Yeah, because
I don't even think they have like a 7-day trial.
Yeah, they have a 7-day free trial right now. That's all they got is 7 days.
Oh, do they? Okay.
But it's $1,000 a year. So it's.
Oh, see, I never saw that. I never saw that pricing.
Yeah, so it's pricey, but if you're saying,
well, doggone it, just Trent, just tell me to shut up because
no,
no,
I want to hear. I want to hear what's out there. That's like if there's better stuff, like let's get it to everybody. I'm
This is
all
like,
about
shut up, dude. You're pushing something that's $1,000 a year, you know?
yeah. No, but I mean that's PropStream's 1,200 because it's
Right,
So,
right.
no, you're fine. I just want to see. I'd love to see what it is.
Let me get inside and get on my PC, and I can look up the.
Yeah, if you have the promo code, then I'd love to check it out for sure.
Right.
No, I never.
Sorry.
We're not ever exclusive to anybody in this. We want to make sure.
Oh, you're good. You're good. It's mine. I can't stop this chart sometimes. Not too bad.
I mean, I'll get to looking for that real quick.
Okay, cool. Let me talk to Michael, and I'll see. We'll come back to you. Michael, what's going on? Michael Myers. Oh, you just turned off your mic. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on? If you have a camera too,
Out
that'd
here
be great.
working. Well, I'm working.
Oh, you're working. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting chips on the shelf.
Gotcha. Okay.
I work for Frito-Lay.
So do I. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Super Bowl commercials. We do their Super Bowl commercials.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're
I've been
fellow
25
employees.
years, I guess. I've been doing it for 25 years.
Oh, nice. I think I've been 8 years. Yeah,
Yeah. The Dorito thing was always the coolest.
so fun.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah, we did the ones with Gronk and with Peyton and Eli, all those the fun ones.
I never noticed my issue with Atlas until here recently
Yeah, tell me
when I
what's going on.
started, because I tried to do some investing here in Arkansas,
Yeah,
and I get on some of these towns that's real close to Little Rock, and even Little Rock has only got 6 pages of leads now. It used to have a lot more.
okay.
So I don't know if it just all of a sudden it's just, and there's areas like 20 miles from Little Rock that's not getting leads no more.
Yeah, 58 leads in Little Rock.
Yeah,
That's interesting. I wonder what.
that used to be a lot more.
Huh.
And like Cabot, Arkansas, which is
Well,
a
that one-
very growing, it's a very growing community about 25 miles west or east
Yeah, it's
of
called
Little Rock,
Cabot.
called Cabot, CABOT. It's only
Okay.
got 1 page, maybe 8 leads. There's a lot of people live there.
Well, I
So
wonder
I'm
if we
having to
can
go
do-
to Zillow and then having to go back and search and
Yeah, 17 leads. You're right. No, that's exactly
Yeah.
that's what's happening. Let me see on the
there used
Atlas.
to be a lot more leads than that. There used to be a lot more pages.
Let me just see if how
But a
many
lot
are-
of the towns that you do on the lead generator will come up with nothing on the pages.
in all of Arkansas they have 962 leads.
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting.
But it ain't just Arkansas. I mean, even the towns that they show in the lead generator, you go to it, there won't be nothing in the pages. Nothing.
Interesting. Good. No, this is important. And once we see these kind of things, we let them know.
And I did. I've put it up the line last week. And
Oh, you did?
nothing
You
but
told
that.
Vadouche?
Yep.
Okay.
And got with the software people, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, Vadouche is the leader of those guys.
Yeah, I told him first, and then
Oh, yeah.
he sent me the link to the other. But there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot in there that we're not seeing anymore.
Nope, I think you're dead right. Let me see what's going on. Because I just did Lancaster, California. Well, now it just found 75 more. So hold on. But
And
Lancaster.
sometimes you can click out of it. Like it won't show nothing in Cabot. Then you click out of it, do it twice, and then all of a sudden it'll show 8 leads.
Huh.
Now I'm just like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
hmm
Okay. No, because now it's telling me 4 more leads, but 135 in Lancaster. It's a big area. Let's just see. Let's do LA real quick and see. Lead gen. So you got 2.8 million people here. Let's see how many results we get. 316? That doesn't make sense.
Now I know they've done a lot of work on the software, so I don't know, maybe something that they've hit and kicked out a lot of. Oh,
Here, I'm just sending them a quick.
I don't want to say, I don't want to say you got to go on Zillow and do that. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah, of course.
It's taking a lot of time to go to the search box to find. If it makes sense, you know what I mean? You can't call if it makes, the rent net, So you're doing more than what that was designed for, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just send this screenshot real quick. Yeah, good. No, I think you brought up a good point. This is I don't think this is normal.
Yeah, because I mean, it's almost not worth the money to use the program if it's not.
Oh yeah, but I think it's a glitch. I don't think it's a
Yeah, and that's what I hope, but,
yeah.
You know,
Interesting. I'm gonna do here. They're gonna respond here. They're looking into it. Okay, they're gonna check it out right now. Good. Thanks. Hey, good.
I only did it in Arkansas because I was trying to do some investing here.
Well, no, in Arkansas it should be way more than that. Like,
Yeah.
how many people are in Arkansas? I mean, I did the whole state in Atlas mode, and it didn't give me.
But I also wanted to be able to tell you that it wasn't just Arkansas. There were other towns in
Well, I just did Los Angeles, and it only gave me 300. So you're like, okay, well, that can't be right.
It's a lot less than what we were dealing with before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even like Canton, Ohio is not a whole lot. You check out Canton. Canton's not a whole lot anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm. I was like, I guess everybody bought up all the property.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're done. We're done.
I'm done.
Okay, good. No, good heads up for sure.
Okay. I just make sure I ain't crazy.
You're crazy. Don't like
Well,
that.
this don't go there.
No, 100%. You're still crazy. Not even a question.
Yeah. I do work 3 days.
Yeah, that's true. That's you're. It's so funny because there's a guy that his job on our commercials is he just goes through all the chips and pulls out the perfect ones. So we call him hero chips, and so his whole job is he's getting just tubs of them and he's just sorting and pulling out all the ones that aren't broken and they're perfect.
Yeah, I'll tell you something funny, and I don't. It's not funny, but if it happens, it'll sound good. But we've been told that we're going back to 2021 prices.
Oh wow! Really?
Would you have ever believed that?
No, that's great.
And I'm still like, are you serious? Because that's not something this company would never even thought about.
Well, I mean, it's owned by Pepsi, so
yes.
Maybe it's a Pepsi call.
I think it's we were never measured on units,
right?
And Pepsi was always managed on units. So I think they're trying to get us closer to that model. So I think they're really, really going, okay, our units are so far down. What do we?
Yeah. Well, and it's a tough sell because they're delicious, but there's no food in those at all. Like, it
amazes me how much I sell. I mean, it's I don't
Yeah.
know. Good thing I don't have to buy them.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sure you do just fine.
Everybody has their own benefits in life.
That's a good one.
Okay,
That's awesome. All right.
hey, I
Well, yeah,
appreciate
well,
you trying to
I've got
figure
it
that
into
out.
them.
Maybe we'll get some.
Yeah, they're checking it out right now, and I sent them also Arkansas, and I'm going to send them Ohio. The entire state of Ohio has 2,200. I don't think that's true.
Cleveland alone probably has. Ain't no telling.
Well, yeah, you used to be way higher for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just like, man, there's been a lot of deals. I just kept saying there's a lot of deals.
Yeah, things
I
are really
missed
good.
out. Yeah, things are doing well. You know.
Yeah.
So, okay. Hey, I appreciate it, Trent.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks. I don't think so. Let's see. They said because people didn't search much in Arkansas, LS mode is derived from people using lead gen. So a lot of people are searching for lead gen. Hang on, sorry. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can get that fixed. That's too bad. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's see. CMB, I'm bringing you up. Now we're back. We're back to working here. This is good. Still can't bring people up.
How's it going, man?
Good. How you doing? What's going on?
Good, good. I had a question for you. How do you comp out the rent that a multi-unit would bring in? So I'm trying to because every time I go to Zillow Rent or Rentcast or whatever, it's giving me like I don't know how to break it down per unit, and I want to make sure that it's cash.
The way is going to be, especially with multi-units, is ask the realtor just to make sure, because sometimes when you're looking at it, they'll say, you know, if it says 4,000, we kind of guess that it's not 4,000 per unit, depending on it. But yeah, the best way is just to ask the realtor for rent rolls, and then that's kind of a binding like proof that, hey, this one's renting for $750, this one's, you know, $995, whatever. But then you'll get the actual rents. That's the best way by far.
And if they're not currently being rented in any other like backup, like if they're like, it did rent at one time, like, because my concern is that some of these are vacant and they're not rented out now. And I don't know how soft the rental market is in the area.
Gotcha.
So,
where are you talking about?
Baltimore.
Baltimore? Oh,
yeah.
Baltimore's an interesting one, right? I mean,
It is. I mean, there's like 150. The other thing is I'm a lender too, so I do a lot of DSCR. So I'm looking for myself. But I'm also looking to lend on it because my pricing on DSCR loans right now is just crazy good.
Well, tell us, how much is it? What are you talking?
I mean, I just priced something out right in the sixes. I mean, it's insanity.
Oh, that's great.
I haven't priced something out that low, and you know, you need 20% down. But I mean, now deals are starting to make sense again.
Yeah, that's great. Well, here, I just went on to apartments.com. It's kind of, or what is this? Apartments? Yeah, apartments.com. And I just am rolling through them and just seeing where they're at just quickly. Mm-hmm. And these are kind of those Baltimore numbers. I mean, those rents are all pretty high there.
Right.
And so the only other way to, well, these are all high rises, so that doesn't count. Let me see if we can get one that looks like the ones that we find. Let me sort low to high. So like something like that is, oh, that's 1 bed, 1 bath. So these are, I mean, this is Groveland Avenue. Do you know Baltimore pretty well?
I do.
21215, is that kind of in that area?
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, that's a sketchy area, but it's okay. I mean, it's not one of the better parts of Baltimore, but it's okay.
Right.
It's
So
near-
that one's
it's near
650,
the
but it
racetrack.
looks like it's just 1 bed, 1 bath. So
Right. This
I
is
mean,
apartments.com.
yeah, just apartments.com. I'm just rolling through them just to see, because most of these, I think these are like, I mean, it's saying a townhome. I don't think that's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath townhome. I think that's one. These look like pad splits. Let me just go deeper.
And then, like, if I'm trying to lock something up to sell the deal to an investor, are they looking at 80% of the rent, or like what percentage of the rent are they looking for cash flow? Obviously, they're not using the full amount. What are they looking at?
Yeah, I mean, when we sell, the easiest way to sell things is cash, and cash is over 20%. And so those, when it's over 20%, they're pretty great. And usually over 300 to 350 a month in cash flow. So
Right, but what number are they using though? Like, are they using 80% of the rent to come up with the number? Like, what number are they using?
oh, I see. Yeah, 80%, with taking out management and everything.
Right.
Yeah, correct. 80.
Okay, got it. So right. So the number so the cash on cash return that I'm looking at, I got to base it off of 80% of whatever the potential rent would be, and then it cash flows off of that. Okay, got it.
Right. Yeah.
Because I've heard some investors that will look at 50% of the potential rent. Like most deals, like it's difficult to make that work at 50.
I'm that guy. I'm more of a 50% kind of guy because I don't want to even have a question that I'm going to make money on things. And so and I'm super picky and I'm super patient. And so there are deals out there that are like that. It's the same thing as, you find a barn find of a 1925 Corvette or whatever. I don't know if Corvettes were even back then, but you know what I'm saying? You just have to be patient, and you find something amazing.
Yeah.
I'll pull the trigger on that really fast.
Okay. Yeah, because the like as a DSCR lender, I mean, a lot of these deals that we're doing, I would never do them. Like they're a 1-to-1 ratio based off of the full amount. Like, and I get it. Investors buy for depreciation and losses and whatever it is. Like, that's fine. But that's why, like, if I'm going to get it under contract to sell it, like a lot of them don't even make sense.
Well, a lot of it, I mean, good investors rarely buy things that lose money. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
so a lot of people will say, oh, well, they're buying that so they have a good tax write-off. And I'm like, no, they're not. That's not. They don't want
that's the whole
something.
point. But that's the whole point there. These DSCR loans at a 1-to-1 ratio are losing money.
Right.
But the lender's saying yes to it. So it's like if I give them a $2,000 payment and rent's going for $2,000, as a lender, we're saying yes to that all day. But like as an investor, I can't see how they're making any money on that.
No, and they are, I mean, hopefully they got a low price on it and they're hoping that it's going to appreciate, but that's not a good investor. Like that's, unless they're a massive investor and they don't care, they're just trying to get as many in an area as possible, or whatever their strategy is, that could be. But more times than not, I think you're just dealing with bad investors.
Okay, got it. Yeah, and it's crazy that as a lender, we like our investors will, and when I say investors in this context, I mean the investors that lend the money on the DSCR. I'm a broker for that stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that they even lend on it is crazy to me, because I'm like, that's not. But I guess they're just like, who cares if you're putting 20 to 25% down? If we need to take the property back, we're good.
They're happy. Yeah, no, they win the lottery a little bit. They're fine. They're happy with that.
But as far as locking it down, what you're saying is that an investor is going to want to see cash on cash return of 20%, right?
That's where I like to be, at least 20% or more cash on cash.
But the maximum, they're using 80% of the rent to come up with that number.
Right. Just for safety's sake. Because you might get in there and then it doesn't rent for that and you're screwed.
Okay. Yeah, because the other thing about these DSCR loans is that they have to be like, they're not rehab loans. A lot of investors call me up and they're like, I want to do a DSCR loan, but I want to fix it up. I'm like, well, that defeats the whole purpose of a DSCR loan. And they're like, well, why? I'm like, well, because if it takes you 6 months to fix it up, where's the rent coming from to pay for the mortgage?
Who's
So they
paying for it?
don't get it. They're like, no, go do a fix and flip, and then I can cash you out with no seasoning. If they want to do that, I can do that for them. But okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Honestly, I think they're just bad investors. And so it's like, so many times people are like, well, they did that. I've made bad investments. Like, and I look back at them 6 months later. I'm like, why did I even do that? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
But in your situation, maybe you're like, oh, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Everything's good. But yeah, no, you can make bad investments pretty easily.
Okay. And then as far as the like move in ready, like let's go back to a single family move in ready rental. Again, it's the same exact thing. Like we would have to so the 80% of the rent, and then could I go 80% of, like, if we could Section 8 it? Because that's the other thing. Like, what are your thoughts on like what's happening with Section 8 right now? Because there's a lot of uncertainty about what rules are going to pass. Like, with that coming up. So like, are investors like really holding back on the Section 8 stuff right now?
I stay away from Section 8 purely because I don't want somebody in there that's not incentivized to pay their rent every month. And so I know the government comes down hard on them and it's hard to get it. And so a lot of people are like, well, that's cool. But more times than not, those renters don't really take care of the place. And so I'm really picky about who I rent to. You've got to have them qualify and have them be, solid human beings that are willing to do that. Section 8 usually is not. They are having issues with whatever. I don't want to take on their issues as an investor. I want somebody. I want a family in there that they're just, either they are 1099 employees and so they don't have, they can't qualify. And then I'll rent to them all day. But I talk to them and I get to know them, and I can tell, just by a quick interview on the phone, if there's somebody I want to deal with.
Okay, got it. Okay. And is that 20% cash on cash pretty much what they're looking at, regardless of the type of deal, whether it's seller finance, sub 2, whatever they're trying?
No,
okay.
It's just what sells fastest. And so it's the same thing as if you bought something at a garage sale and you knew it was worth $10,000 and you sold it for $3,000, it's going to sell fast. But if you waited for 999, 9,000, whatever my idea was. But if you're waiting for like $9,000, it's going to take a while. I mean, it's just one of those things. I want properties that are going to sell quickly, and that's why I'm pickier about the price being low and it being 20% or more. A lot of people do 12%. They're happy because the stock market is not as high as 12. And so they're like, hey, at least I'm making some money. So it's a situation of I'm way pickier. I want the great deals. I don't want the okay deals.
Got it. Is everything you're doing on market?
No, not necessarily. In fact, the ones I've bought, everything I've bought has been bought from students. Mm-hmm. And I think 4 of them were off market.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. The 5th. Yeah. And I got one at seller finance. That one was on market, but he was just ready. And that's why when I say, make sure you call the realtors and find out what the issue is, because that one, he just wanted to start a new business and he had money in this duplex and he's like, yeah, I'll take seller finance. That's great. I mean, I just need the down payment to cover the cost of this new business I'm doing. I'm like, perfect. It worked out great. It's $1,100 a month and the rents are about $4,000. And so those are the deals I like, when you're cash flowing about $2,500 a month.
Did you ever find somebody for your Texas property? I know did you fix that up?
Not yet. And I'm trying. My problem is there's about 7 different strategies that I want to do. And so I'm trying to figure out which one's the best. I've just been trying to figure it out. So I'm paying the rent there right now. My renters moved out last month. So I'm still searching for somebody. But I really would love to get a family in there. And to do more of a lease option. Or even a wrap where because I've got such a low interest rate, I can continue to make the mortgage payments and then charge somebody a little bit more over time so they can potentially purchase the property. And so it's
for a rent to own situation, how much money do you want down?
I'm starting with 25 to just test 25,000 just to test to see, because it's $450,000 place.
Yep.
And so I want them to have some skin in the game. And I'm just testing it right now just to understand it better. And so some people say do 2 months rent. So like, $5-6 grand. Yeah. And I'm sure somebody will get in there way faster. But I'm fine waiting because I really want to understand. I'm very much a learn by doing kind of a guy. And so I really want to understand the whole process and see where my pitfalls are so I can repeat it and do it correctly.
What do you want for rent on that?
I'm going 3,500.
Okay, so
30, and so the way I'll figure it is an 8% 30-year loan, where I've got a 30-year loan at 2.65%, and so I'll just get the margin. I'll keep the margin. So it's like renting, but they're going to potentially buy it.
Got it. What's your mortgage payment on that?
Mortgage payment on that's 2,500.
2,500. Okay. If I find you a rent to own buyer for that, could we work together on that? If I find you one?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what would that look like? Obviously, it depends on what we can negotiate with that.
I'm not sure. I've never done it. So what would you want? That's kind of. I mean, do you want just a flat fee, or do you want?
I'd be down with that. The reason I ask is I do a mortgage show every single day, and I've got so many people in Texas, and most of them don't qualify to buy a house. So
those are my guys. Yeah, those are the ones I want.
They asked me about rent to own. What's the address again?
That one's Comanche Grove. That's one I actually bought with Richard. Let's find it. And I've got an ad. Hey, guys, can you send that ad to just put it in the chat? I think this is it.
That's right.
Thank you.
I think it's in my, just forward it back to you.
Yeah, so this is the address.
Okay.
It's I'll just
okay, I can take a screenshot of it. It's fine.
You're
good.
Yeah, and then we've got a little ad that we're putting on Facebook. Again, I'm doing all these things just because I'm a new investor and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do things is. And so I'm okay paying for my education a little bit by, I've got to, now that the renter moved out. And it's funny because the whole motivation on this one for the seller was that she didn't like the renters and she needed to evict them. And honestly, it was just a phone call. I made just a quick phone call, chatted with them, super nice people. They were just having a hard time because the way their paycheck was structured, it was every 2 weeks. And so they couldn't pay the entire month's rent on that first month or the first of the month. Yeah. They needed to do it split. And I'm like, yeah, that's no problem. And so I want to help people get into homes. I mean, that's fun. I'll make money down the road. But if I can help them get into a home, that's awesome.
Sure. Did you put that home in a trust?
That one is in a trust. Yep. I put everything I have is in a trust.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was talking to Lexi a couple weeks ago, and she was just like, "That's definitely the way to do it. Like, and if you're going to do sub 2, that's the way to do it.
It's the way to do everything. You should not have anything that's not in a trust.
Got it. Very, very cool.
Because for the main reason that if you get run over by a truck tomorrow, you don't have anything in a trust. And again, a will is not a trust. A will is different than a trust. A will is public. Trusts are private. If you get hit by a truck, all that just shifts over to the beneficiaries. That's it. There's no fight. There's no anything. If you don't have it in a trust, you go through about 6 months worth of probate with the courts. Costs you about 20, 30, 40,000, depending on the lawyers. You can set up a trust super easy. There's a bunch of different places that do it. But I use lawdepot.com, and it just gives you a trust template. And so you can do your trust like that. But I used Lexi's lawyer, Jeff, to do that trust. In fact, I think we ended up putting it in my own trust that I didn't even set up a separate trust.
Got it. Let me ask you, I mean, like I said, I'm a full-time lender. I've been doing that for over 20 years. But as far as like getting into wholesaling, what's the lowest hanging fruit right now? Would you say, like, if somebody just getting into if I wanted to wholesale a couple deals a month, is it
it's the relationships you have are what the lowest hanging fruit is, because you've got your ear to the ground a little bit differently than people who are making phone calls.
Right.
And so when somebody's coming to you, find out how they're selling their other house. I think that's a great way to do it. And wrap it all into one transaction where you're like, well, here, let's get you this loan. And that's the greatest gift you've got. Otherwise, it's really just getting on the phone and doing the, making the calls. Also, and we're dipping into this too, is leads. But I've got a company that's going to help me with leads, but you'll be able to hear the phone call that the cold caller had with the seller, so you can see exactly what the motivation is of the seller. Okay. And so those are 10 times more valuable than buying a lead of 1,000 addresses, and you spend $600 or whatever it is. These are actual leads that you can hear what the motivation is, and then we're thinking about doing it on an auction status where let people just come in and bid for it, and whoever the highest bidder is. That way we can have $5 leads that you can listen. You can be like, oh, this is going to take some massaging to get this one done, and you have the $500 leads that somebody says, hey, I just lost my job, I need to be out by October, and you're like, okay, well, this guy's motivated, this is gonna be working. So that's another way to do it, especially if you're full-time mortgage and you don't have time to get on the phone. That would be a way to do it.
Yeah, no, that's huge. That's huge. And then what's I know you like Wholesale Atlas. What's the main difference between that and PropStream?
What I like about Wholesale Atlas is this, and I'll show you. It's being weird today, which always bums me out, but I just talked to them and they're checking in on it. Let's just go. The lead search is really, let's go to Cleveland, Ohio. I was almost there. Where'd I go? Let's just do an Ohio. Ohio's great. If you've ever been there, it's beautiful. It's awesome. For some reason, it's not giving a ton of leads right now. I don't know why. That's really rare. So there's something, and they're working on it. They're trying to figure out what's going on. I just go. The reason I like it is I go in and I go low to high. So you're going to find some cheaper places. I usually go down, to where the houses are coming into the $100,000 range. The reason I like Wholesale Atlas is right here. This is an $87,000 house, and it's renting for $1,200. Okay, so the 1% rule is awesome. This one has a mortgage, so you get to decide if you want to deal with that. On these lower price houses, I don't really want to deal with somebody's mortgage too. I would do cash on this. 89. It needs to rent for $900. It's renting for $1,100. Oh well, $960. So this is what I like about Wholesale Atlas is I've got 3 properties right here that I would call on. These, not to say that these are 100% a deal, no problem, but at 89,000, if I'm getting 1,300 in rents, I know I'm going to do fine. And so that's 6 right now that we found. A 1%, but it looks really nice. So I'd call on it. So there in that amount of time, I found 9 properties to
and
call
basically
on.
you're just looking at list versus the
rents.
I noticed that, I noticed that those are, you're looking at you're comparing it to Section 8.
I'm doing whatever's lowest. So if I'm going to take Section 8 here, but on this one, if it says normal rents were lower, I would go with the normal rents. So I always go with whatever's lowest.
Okay.
Let me find a good example of one that's, mostly Section 8 are the kind of lower ones. So But yeah, I'm always pessimistic. I always want to get the lower. Like here's a good example. So this one, Section 8 is 1450, but I'm going with 1138 as the rent.
And then how do you handle it if it needs a bunch of work? Like you go and you look at the pictures. How are you factoring in the repair costs into that 1% if it needs work?
Yeah. So as you go into it, so your first year is what it figures out with your cash on cash here. So when you're putting in your rehab costs, let's say, I don't even know what this one is. I didn't even look at it. At $5,000, you still can see, like, we're going to offer half. That I just have mine set up to offer half of the price. But if I can get it for half with $5,000, I know that it's going to cash flow $700 a month. And in the first year, it's going to be a 50% cash on cash because we're putting in that rehab costs.
Okay.
But it figures everything out for you. The only thing I don't ever put in is the assignment fee because I don't know what I'm going to get. And so I don't want it to be something where I'm like, oh no, I need to make sure I get 20 grand on this.
Okay.
But what I do is sometimes I'll take the 98.5 and throw that in as my cash price.
Okay.
Just to see where they're at in their thinking. Because then I can come down here, even at their purchase price, it still cash flows 348. So this is such a great property to call on because of that. Let's see how bad it is, though. Yeah, it's not horrible. Yeah, I mean this needs new paint all the way through it. It looks like it had some rot or something going on, but not a horrible. And if at their purchase price it's still cash flows positive, you're in a great situation. That's what I like about Atlas is I can figure that out that fast. I didn't go into a calculator. I didn't go into anything. I didn't have to do any analyzing. And again, I will look at this, and if it's 1%, I'm on the phone. And while I'm dialing, I'm looking at everything else.
Now, let's say, for example, we get one that works, and the listing agent is great. Are you having them write up the contract, and then what is it? Is it a 10-day inspection?
So I always do a 15 business day inspection. Here, I'm going to throw this one in. Somebody grab this one because it's one to call on. Just since I was doing this, I always do a 15-day inspection period. That's the time that we have to sell the property, and so I want it to be as long as possible. A lot of people say 7 days. I'm like, no, not unless this is like, if you get this one for 47, you get it for that 50%. It's not going to sell fast. And so that's why we want to do the hard work at the beginning so we can sell these to buyers pretty easily.
Okay.
Because buyers are picky. The first thing they're going to do is say, hey, will you take less every single time? So they're going to do what we're doing. They'll do that to us, and so you got to be prepared for it and have an amazing deal, and don't be greedy. A lot of times,
if we do a 15 or 14 or 15-day inspection and then we finally get it sold, then aren't they going to want an additional inspection period themselves?
Yeah, but just know that our inspection period, the 15 business days, turns into about 20 days. In that, if you get a buyer in the first 3 days, then they do the inspection.
Okay,
you still got a ton of days, and so then they go and do the inspection and they take care of it and then they buy it.
Okay.
I mean but the key to all of this is getting great deals. If you have an okay deal, it's not going to sell. It just won't. And a lot of times people will be like, hey, I got this one and I got it for 90,000. I got 8,000 off. But any investor going in is going to go right to Zillow. The first thing they're going to do, they're going to see, okay, well, let's see what Zillow says. And then they see that it was only $8,000 off. Just as an investor, they're like, well, that's not good. That's not that good of a discount. I could do that. And they move on. And so that's why you want it to be a $47,000. Like, so they go in and see Zillow's 98 and you got it for 47,000. And you can say, it doesn't need much. It just needs, I think this is even a duplex. No, it is. See the two front doors?
Is the agent writing up, like, let's say we get an agent and the seller says yes, and they say yes to our price, yes to the 15 days. Are they writing up the contract?
Either way, we can write it up or they can write it up. It's just a contract, and usually for cash, it doesn't matter. So yeah, you can have either if you want the agent to. Just know that the agent is never your responsibility to pay. So it's
Right.
always the seller's responsibility to pay that agent.
And how do we make sure they send us a contract that's and/or assigns that we can assign it?
It'll say it right in the contract. It'll
And
say
we tell
assignable
them that we
assign.
want that.
What's that?
We tell them that we want that.
Absolutely, 100%. No, and there's a certain point in the transaction where they might say, "Hey, are you a wholesaler?" And I say, "Yes." And
Right.
so, but I have a buyer, and I know this place, and da 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 da. Da. I try to not ever say wholesaler. No, I'm not a wholesaler. At the beginning, if they say, "Are you a wholesaler?" I'll say, "What's a wholesaler?" So I can continue on the conversation. But when you're to the contract signing stages, you don't misrepresent at all.
Understood. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, so 15 days and/or assigns, and are you giving a
15 business
deposit?
days. Make sure you
15
always say
days.
business days. Business. Yeah, that's the important part.
Are you doing any EMD?
You do EMD after inspection, so that saves us. Then we can sell it during that time.
Okay.
And then the seller. So like when you get a buyer, you ask for the EMD immediately. You want it upfront with the buyer. So you change the rules because you want it to be advantageous for you. And
Okay.
so that buyer, and usually buyers know that, and they're like, "Yep, no problem." And if they're interested and they're serious, they'll give you a non-refundable EMD.
Okay. And then as far as the total close time, what do you do? Like a 30-day close,
30
45-day
to
close?
45. I always make it I like to make that a gap just so you have that extra 15. You've been in real estate, you know that everybody lies and everybody says, "Oh, I'll have it over to you tomorrow," or "I'll have it to you in 2 hours," and you see it in
Yep.
3 days or 4 days. You know, it's never, ever, ever on the timeline.
Cool.
Ever.
Okay. And then so if it's on market, they can send over the contract. Like if not, do you have a contract that we can use? To send
Absolutely.
me?
I have
Okay.
one, and Wholesale Atlas provides one as well. So you can go in and let's go back to
I got to
that.
sign up with them with a different email address because when they first launched, I guess a year ago, year and a half.
Oh yeah.
My email is in their system, so they're because I want to sign up under you with the discount.
Oh, you're awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah. Or you give me your email, I'll just let them know that it's coming
Yeah, I
through.
just got to figure out because the only one I have is my personal. They already have that one. I got to figure out another one.
No, that's fine. Just send me that email and I'll tell them because we work. I talk to them 10 times a day, so we work hand in hand. I'll just say, "Hey, make sure that when that one comes through."
Okay.
Yeah, because here's the cool part. So if you want to submit a signed contract, you just click this, and then it will bring up a contract for you. I've got a kid that's working with me. He's been populating tons of contracts too, just in case anybody needs it. All you have to do is just fill this all out, and it creates the contract. And I love the fact that it just like when you're first starting, it generates the proposed terms too, that you can just take, copy and paste. You can do the whole. That's your email to send. You just copy and paste it.
Oh, it's awesome.
But it gives you everything and it makes it really good. Also, we set this up as the inspection period is in there as 15 business days. That was really important to me. And we do a $1,500 EMD after the inspection. So it's non-refundable after the inspection period. But if you see you're not going to do the deal on day 14, send them a contract, say, "Hey, we're going to cancel this." And again, I always reiterate the inspection period is inspecting the deal as well as inspecting the house. But if you don't like something about the deal, and in our situation, we didn't find a buyer, and so we just send them a thing, say, "Hey, sorry, we're going to pull out. We don't like this deal after all."
Okay.
And that's fine. And it's very well known. Everybody's doing that.
Cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Trent. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. Great questions. I think everybody really benefited from it. So thanks.
Thanks again, man.
Yeah, send me your email and I'm going to send it over to the Atlas guys and let them know that you're going to be reaching out.
Cool.
Okay. All righty, guys. Cool. Cutting Edge Realty. I think we got you when we were in our earlier, like we couldn't figure things out part of it. Are you all good? I think you are. I'm going to drop you back. Nope, I'm not because I can't anymore. I don't know why I can't. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just see why my settings are so wacky. I can't even. Something's going on where I can't. Can't do anything. Hey Marilyn, can you send Cutting Edge Realty back into the audience? I can't do it for some reason. When I right click, it doesn't do it.
I'm sorry, what is that again?
Can you put Cutting Edge Realty back into the audience? I can't do it. I want to see if you can, or if it's something going on with the Discord. So I forget where Mikey put all the it's in the settings somewhere. And I can't right click even on the home page. Like I can't, nothing lets me right click. So I don't know. Let's see if Mikey's awake. We'll check in with him.
Invite to speak.
Let's see, what is my status?
I can't put him on the stage.
Well, you know what? Maybe it's because it's saying that I'm not in anything. Let's see. Because my profile says that I'm idle. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe it doesn't see me as active. How do I change that? That's weird. It says I'm idle, but I'm...
Yeah, he's not a speaker.
Okay. Oh, good. No worries. Yeah, we were... Oh, cool. Sweet. Yeah. Thank you. Jeez Louise. I'm sorry. Let me also just figure out real quick. I don't know why I'm idle. Anybody know Discord pretty well? Tell me why I would be idle. Only visible. Click to no. Okay. Weird. I don't know why I'm just sitting. Let me check real quick. Stand by. Let's see. Sorry. I'm going to the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is this? Let's see. New members, $29. Oh, there it is. Okay. New members flex and connected. 20. Yeah, let's do it. Here, I'll... Okay. Oh, perfect. Let me stop sharing my screen and then you can share yours. There you go. Oh, there. Yeah, but we're seeing the Discord. There we go. Let's take a look at this, guys. Okay, so this... Oh, is that the one we were just looking at? Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, it does? That's awesome. Hold on, let me see. I gotta blow it up a little bit. Hang on, I'm just gonna bring it up. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. 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 That's yeah. Yeah, their UI is not delicious. Yeah, you would want it bigger for sure. And does it say what the price is of those? The comps? Oh, there they are. Okay. That's a lot of comps. Yeah, gotcha. That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. Sure. What I love about Wholesale Atlas is the simplicity of it. See how there's so much going on this screen. Some people love that. Like that's the best. You know, they've got all the information they want. Wholesale Atlas simplifies it. Yeah. So does this show rents on this one? Because that's the most important piece of it. I mean, I need to know what the rents are. And so you still have to kind of click away and go get rents. Yeah. You would think they would have it. I'm sure it's in there. Maybe past comps. You'd figure it's just one of those, yeah, in the list. Let's see, owners, mortgage, value, tax. No, nothing says rents. Huh. That's weird. They're giving you so much. Yeah, because I mean, that's almost as important as price, is knowing how much you're bringing in. Absolutely. Sure. Mm. Yeah, and again, when I first started using Atlas, here's what a moron I was, and I hated it because I did this. I would go in here, and I'd be like, okay, 1524 Churchill or something, and I'm like, why isn't anything coming up? That's a good address, and it's because I was in lead gen and I wasn't doing a search, and so I was so used to just searching addresses that I would always just, do all my work and then come in here and finally search, the deal, and it would come up. But I was like, usually I was under lead gen, and like, what is this lead gen? That just seems silly. And then when I realized what lead gen was, and you get all those baseball cards that are just telling you all the stuff. I mean, it's pretty. Oh, good. Yeah, so that's like investor lift.
Pull up, yeah. But like here for like my local area, come on. Come on, refresh here. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Always a problem when you want to show people things.
Yep, of course.
It just always turns out that way. Not cooperating. It should populate here. Sure.
Do you know, does the MLS have a 30-day lag? Is it live? Because sometimes that's
everything I think is done weekly.
Weekly or live?
Oh no, live. I think it is live.
Live, okay.
Why are you doing this to me?
Your program sucks.
Dang it. Oh my goodness. What the heck?
No, this is a great idea. This sure is better than, I'd much rather be sitting here. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
Right, I know. Here we go. What? Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know why. Maybe I just had to do that. Okay, so now it's loading. Finally. And it did this to me yesterday to where it took a bit.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Some days it just doesn't like.
You know what I mean? I love user interface that's just bright and simple. Like, it's just one of those things, because my biggest motivation for you guys is getting you on the phone, because I'd much rather you talk to somebody on the phone than do all the analytics and like lock it in. I'm all for analytics after you've talked to the realtor, but before, it's such a waste of time.
Well, and I kind of have a different opinion on that, especially for new people. Well, the way it is, and I've always heard you from the very beginning over at Richard. Oh, get on the phone. I don't care about all these analytics. I don't, you don't do any research. Just get on the phone. But for new people, they don't have kind of information about that property besides what they see on MLS. They're not going to really be able to know anything, in my opinion.
I totally agree. 100% agree. So that's why my first phone call is 100% just fact finding. I want to know, the only thing I care about them coming out of the first phone call is why the people are selling their house. And anybody can do that. You don't have to know prices. You don't have to know anything about anything. And so my where I've been the most successful is when I find out what people need. And if I'm solving problems instead of buying houses, I'm doing way better.
Right, and I do agree with that. It's just that, and I've been doing this for a decade, right? 8 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been
Yep.
doing this, so I'm ahead of the curve on most of these people and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's and maybe I'm just used to being that way, but
That
in mentoring others, I have found that doing it the way that I have been doing it and getting them to see the property instead of just hey, call and just like you do. Why are they selling? And that's the end of the call. I mean that
no,
can
that's the
be
beginning of the negotiations. That's not. It's the end of the first call. But again, what I do with that first call, and it's really important to know this, is I then tell them, okay, now go look at the analytics and do whatever you want to, but tell the realtor you're going to call back in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that way you get credibility.
right.
You
And
see what I'm saying?
again, I see where your style and your state, your process and everything is,
Yeah.
but that, in my opinion, it's kind of
Well, I don't. Yeah, but that's their. It's like saying you're wasting the time of the grocery store clerk going through their line to check out. That's what they're there for.
well, and I get that. That's why I see it's a potential plus on your side on that view.
Sure.
Um, I in my opinion, I just like to have as much of the property in my head before or up on the screen before I call and talk to a realtor.
Okay.
Um,
And here my rebuttal against that, just so you know, you've done, let's say, 15 minutes of analytics, right? And you call them and they say, oh, it's already sold. That 15
right.
minutes is a waste.
The chance that you have, right. Or they're not interested in different
Anything.
types of or
Right.
any look.
That's why I want to
way.
be a problem solver. I want to know what the problem is first. And so I remember trying to make my first phone call. I was petrified. It was like, I don't want to call. I don't know what to say. I'm a moron. But if all you're looking for is why they're selling, anybody can do that. That's a low barrier to entry. Like, people can handle that.
Exactly. Yeah, and people can handle it. And I guess I guess the way that view is kind of does break the ice and gets them a little bit. It
100%.
gets them out of their comfort zone and stuff like that. But
Yep.
The confidence, I think, the more confidence you have with the information of the property, and that again, that's just my opinion. So I don't say that you're wrong because people learn different ways, and
Absolutely.
they get for their comfort zone and they get on the phone and say, oh yeah, I did, but all I said was, hey, why are they selling? And then that was the end of the conversation, right? Or hey, I'll get back to you in a couple hours or whatever with some numbers or a deal or a proposal, an offer or something like that. So I just don't think I've ever done it that way.
Okay.
But people learn different. People have different, like, you'd rather do it that way instead of wasting your time doing the research. I think in my opinion, wasting the time and the research is the way that I've been doing it.
Okay. No,
But
and
anyway,
hey, I respect it. Whatever. Like, I'm totally good with it. I just know I can call probably 20 properties in an hour pretty quickly, and then know which ones I want to call back. Which ones I don't want to call back. Like, if you get a realtor that sucks right away and they hate you, I just move on.
I've been there. Okay. So the thing, like I said, on the software, the buyer
Yeah.
searches.
Oh, good.
And that's what, right. So in whatever type of neighborhood you're looking for,
Uh-huh.
it shows you. Okay, well, these could be leads or something like that, but it also gives you their record over here, right?
That's cool.
Which they're holding, whether they're actually a buyer. These people are vetted and are actual buyers. Because if someone goes and they call instead of they're looking on Facebook, or something like that. Most of these other lead generators that I've seen, through PropWire or wherever, they take people that have just bought a house in the area. They don't know whether they're actually an investor or something like that, right?
Right.
You can call somebody and say, hey, I see you bought a property here. Are you looking to buy more? And they're like, I just bought my family's first home. What are you calling me for? I've had that.
Yeah. No, that's and so this tells you they're investors. Does it give them a score of how good of an investor they are? Oh, 3 properties bought with. Yeah. So like this guy has already bought 3 properties. How many? I mean, do you buy properties or do you wholesale?
I've been a buyer. I've been a seller. I've been a landlord. I've been, pretty much all of that.
Yeah.
My very first deal, I made $400,000 on.
Holy crap. Okay. Well, do what he says. Don't listen to me.
No, mine was $30,000 to go to seminars and learn and, all that kind of stuff. And then they took us out on these potential properties. It was an $800,000 property. I invested in it. I got the backing. And then I turned around in 30 days and doubled the square footage and basically turned around and sold it 1.4 because the entire base, it was a ranch, 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch, and the basement was just a shell. And I basically renovated the entire basement, put a game room, a theater room, doubled the square footage, right? And then it sold for 1.4.
Wow.
That was San Diego. Diego prices up on a cliff, but even if the original condition, it was $830,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, right, and that and don't let everybody say that's going to be everybody's first deal. I was just
yeah, you're right place, right time. Well, you solved the problem.
Yeah.
That's the the name of the game.
Of course, that was back in 2018, when I did that. So the market has changed since then, but you can definitely, and I've still found other deals like that out there. But that's not that's not a typical first deal for somebody unless you.
Yeah, no, that's a good one though. Geez, that keeps you motivated.
And that's what kept me in the game, right?
Absolutely.
But if I spent the $30,000 and a full week of training, staying in Vegas, and all the 8 hours a day, all that kind of stuff with these seminars, right?
Yeah.
So, and not everybody has that option. So you learn what you're doing and what, well, I guess Richard's doing and what I've done for mentoring and stuff like that. Take all that stuff and you bring it and you teach other people how to do it. And that's kind of what makes me happy now is mentoring to other people and then them getting it and getting their deals and, being successful and, helping people out and stuff like that to get into the market or to get into the real estate game. So,
yeah. Well, anytime you want to do any kind of live streams in the Discord, we would be happy to have you teaching, because it's always, I don't think there's one way to teach by any stretch, just like I don't think there's one program to use. I mean, that's why I want my Discord to be everything. I want you guys to come in and find things that are new and speak to you. So yeah, if you ever want to, we'd love to have you.
Right, and I saw that message this morning. I was kind of confused that I thought it was for some reason I thought there was going to be no live stream for 2 weeks. I don't know why.
Oh no, that was just that's just Mr. Saint. He's taken 2 weeks off. He's got some family stuff.
And then and then your live stream came on. I thought, wait a minute. And I thought, well, I should talk to him and see if there's a time slot that I could go in there potentially and
absolutely.
Starters, beginners and stuff like that, and start them off.
No, that'd be great. We'd love that. Yeah, we have Tyrell was going to do right after me, but he hasn't done one yet. So I don't know if he's changed his mind, but yeah, at 11 o'clock is wide open for the next couple of weeks for sure. So you're welcome to just, DM me what times you want, and we'll find the time for you to come in.
That'd be great. And I know you had asked, was it a month ago or so, if people were interested in that,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, we threw that a few
and
weeks
I
ago.
see that too. And my mom passed away 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
it's okay. You know, it was cancer, and it was just 5 years of battle was just enough. So,
Yeah.
And it's just been, and then 2 of my uncles passed away like a week before, and 2 weeks before her, and it's just been one of those
you've been busy.
deals. Like Mr. Saint, he's had some emergency stuff going on, and now he's taking some time off. So,
yep.
But I've kind of gotten back into the rhythm of stuff and getting back. So, I'll keep in mind.
Yeah, for sure. And do me a favor, text Marilyn keeps the schedule, and she's in here, and you can DM her. And that's a great, then she can find a spot for you. We have Ryan's coming in at what do you call it, 2 o'clock Pacific time today, and he's got his own program, which is awesome. So yeah, come on in. We'd love it. I want as many opinions as possible so people can decide what they want to do.
Yeah, and I'll look at my schedule for the rest of the week and stuff, and see what times I can kind of commit to.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And where do you live? Where are you out of? You're in San Diego?
I'm in Indianapolis.
Oh, you're in Indy. Okay.
Hot market here.
What is the Pat and no, I can't remember the shrimp cocktail place.
What?
There's a shrimp cocktail place in Indy that is unbelievable. It's got the hottest cocktail sauce. It's called like Pat's and something. We'd go there because we do the Indy 500 every year, and we'd always go there. What is it?
Familiar with that? I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was super famous. Maybe it was famous with our crew.
Maybe. And it probably is, and I just haven't.
St. Elmo's. I'm a moron. Yeah, it's a steakhouse. St. Elmo's Steakhouse.
I'm like, what? It just didn't sound. St. Elmo's, yes. I've been there many times.
Yeah, their shrimp cocktails the best.
It is. It's pretty good.
It's hotter than crap. That it is spicy. Yeah, you definitely have clear sinuses when you leave.
Right. But yeah, the like I said, the thing on this buyer search is these are all, and you can focus in on what type of neighborhood. Like
well, that's great.
Neighborhood.
That takes us to the second level. Like when people are asking me, like, "Hey, where do you find buyers?" Here's where you find buyers, guys, and this is a great way to find buyers. And it's this way. It's through Facebook. It's through Investor Lift. That's awesome.
Well, and I still get messages because I checked out things from Investor Lift, and I get all these messages, people thinking that I'm a buyer. And that's where the confusion comes in. All I was doing was looking at the information on the thing, and now I get like 12 messages a day. Hey, I got a message, or I got, are you still?
You can go in and just go. You can like opt out for 6 months if you're not buying right now. On Investor Lift, that'll save you. Yeah, they're really good about that. In fact, if you send me your name on Investor Lift, I can just put it on there and say that you're a buyer that's taking a break.
Okay.
And then you won't get inundated.
I need to tell these creators about is that I wish that you could just click on this, right, and it pops up all of the ones that are local right there, right?
Yeah.
What it pulls up all 5 or all 20 or 40,000.
Can you sort by how can you sort it? Let's see if it says sort by distance or anything like that. Oldest
and
and
that's
newest.
right. I was looking at that yesterday, and I'm just like, I need to get a hold of them this week and say, hey, I have come up with some improvements that need to be done. There needs to be a link to all 63 of these only if people want to look in that neighborhood only.
Perfect. Yeah.
Kind of thing. So that's one problem that I've had. I can't remember how long. It hasn't been out very long. Connected Investors. It hasn't been out very long. So
Yeah, if they're
they're still
doing that
kind
kind of a deal, it seems like they're just getting going. So that's great. It's good to be in there early.
So they're looking for feedback and all that kind of stuff. And I think I went through. I was actually on with one of the guys that I mentor yesterday, and we were going through this, and we were finding things that would make it easier for a new person to get in and see. And one of those things was this is being able to just click on this and be right there in that neighborhood and have those buyers only coming up instead of having to scroll through and see all this stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but the thing that I like about this is it does they got 2 cash properties here, and then it has all their holdings. It's got their total equity, which you can find on other platforms as well.
Yeah, but it's all right there in front of you. That's cool.
And you got all these. And again, I've been told that these people are all actually vetted buyers and investors. So
that's huge.
When you look at stuff like that and you do the buyer searching, and people do it different ways. Like you said, Facebook, but you got to put the information out there, and then you got to wait for people to call, contact you back, and then see stuff on Facebook all the time to where they're just not real investors, right? I've been through that. They say that they are, but then they disappear after you get it under contract or whatever, and then they ghost you or whatever. So I've been through that too many years. But yeah, this software, I mean, it's a good thing, and you've already seen a potential issue with with the rent thing.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Added to whatever it was that I was looking at. It's property search, right? It's got to be. It's got to be added to the information.
Okay. Well, good tip. Do me a favor, DM me and let us know the time that you want to come on, and yeah, for sure you can. We'd love you to help out. That'd be great.
Was it something else I wanted to say? Find a comp calculator. Oh, the calculators over here, which everybody has and stuff like that. But
yeah,
that's what that wasn't it. Was it the flip? Property flip, rental profits. Trying to. I guess you still have to manually put all that stuff in.
Yeah.
The other.
All right. Well, thanks. I know Eric's has got he's chomping at the bit because he's got some updates for us. So I'm gonna let you go, and then I'll hit Eric up. Okay, bud. Thank you. You bet. See ya. Eric.
All right, how's it going?
Good.
I'm on the phone, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. You sound good.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. So, so update on those 4 properties.
Yeah. So where are we at with that? So it was an email. You said is it all four for 200,000?
Yeah, I cash dealed them all 4 at 200.
Okay, that seems good because the first one that I ran seemed good. The second one was not great.
Yeah, and then there's one with a completely dislocated garage that's completely ran down. I had $60,000 in rehab.
Yeah.
So I had to count for that.
But I think the 200 makes sense. Did they say
right.
no?
Let me read it. I got a I got a email back from the realtor. She said, "Hi, Eric. Unfortunately, the seller has declined the offer and does not want to negotiate any other terms. She does not want to do owner financing. Thank you for your time and interest." Which I'm really confused because the last time I talked to her, she said, she's like contradicting herself.
Okay.
She said she wants to get rid of these properties so that she can move and go be closer to her family because these are like the only things that's keeping her kind of set wherever she's at.
Okay.
Because she's nearby. And then so I'm figured, she's a decent reason to sell. I pitched her a cash offer that worked for both her and us.
Okay.
And then my terms on owner financing was at 670 at a 10-year balloon with $1,000 a month.
670,000?
Yeah.
But you offered 200,000 cash? That's a huge gap. Why so much?
In the gap?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're talking 200 in cash, and now you're going to 700,000.
Yeah, at her asking price, I think she was at like 660. So I threw on 10,000. Why? I don't know. I figured I'd make it more.
Okay, again, Eric, what you got to do is wait for them. Like you got to be more patient. Yeah. So we only increase the price when they say no. We don't do it before they. You know what I mean? It just that's the negotiation. You want to go back and forth. But what I'm trying to understand is they agreed to $200,000 cash.
No, they didn't agree to anything. They declined both offers, which
okay.
From my
I thought they
understanding.
were. I got you. So you were lowballing the crap out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went 1/3 of what they were asking. So I'm not shocked they said no. And then you went $10,000 more, and they didn't want seller finance.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we're kind of all over the place on this. So, what's a reasonable cash offer? Where does the cash flow at?
I had it cash flowing at like in my underwriting, I think it just barely cash flowed at like 210, 215 maybe.
Oh yeah, then move on. It's not a deal. If they're asking 660 and then it doesn't cash flow at 210, then no. Move on.
Okay.
One of them seemed good. That first one seemed good to me. I don't know.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna catch up with the realtor and see if I can catch up. Like, I'll call her back within about a month.
Okay.
And just see if anything changes because she wants to get out of the properties, but she said then she's gonna go to list them on Zillow for rent again, which doesn't make sense to me. Like,
yeah. Something's weird. It's squirrely. Yeah, move on. You can find something better.
Sounds good. And then the other one, I don't know. She hasn't reached out to me, but I've also been busy. I had a 6 a.m. call to work, but I'm gonna contact her. She said she was gonna drop her listing agreement, with the one guy that was going under. And then it could be direct to seller, but it really wasn't a deal anyway. So I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. So move on.
Okay.
Whenever you see something that's not really a deal, then move on. I want you to stick with the ones that are, wow, that's an amazing deal. I wish I had that money in my account. I could buy it right now. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just wasting time. And you're doing such a great job connecting with realtors that you don't want to waste any of your time anymore. Because you know what you're doing, which is really good.
All right, then I guess I'll hit the phones when I get home then.
Okay, bro. Good job.
All right.
All right. Take it easy.
Will do.
Later. All right. Jafar, what's up?
Trent, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
You're good. Hope your Labor Day was good.
It was. It was a long wedding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know if they put it in the chat. Marilyn? Did you put my? This is what I had to do. I was my nephew asked me to be a flower uncle. I don't know if she ever did. Oh yeah, and I took it to another level and decided that I needed to buy a kilt that matched their and so I was a flower uncle in a kilt. Marilyn, do you have that
I got
picture?
some there.
Well, I'll throw a picture.
Nice, nice.
I guess you did. There we go. Yeah. The only thing I had going for me is the guy that was the other flower uncle was shorter and fatter than me, so I felt pretty good about myself. I felt like Braveheart with him there, so thank goodness he was there.
Braveheart. Nice.
So what can I do for you? What's going on?
So I picked up a contract yesterday in Treasure Island, Florida.
Okay.
The address is 680 Capri Boulevard.
All right, hold on. Let me bring it up. In Treasure Island, you said?
Yeah.
Got it. You cool with my shirt?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Trying to find a JB to help me with this, or
yeah, I'll be more than happy to. Let's take a look at it. Let's make sure it's an amazing deal first. Okay, solid. And a pool. And what are the rents? Oh, okay. So this one, okay, so it's been flooded. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen this one before. Or there's just a bunch there. Yeah, so what are you thinking about? Like, what's nice is it was flooded, but it's all brick behind the drywall. So yeah, what are you? Yeah, that's not bad. What are you looking for?
So I was gonna wholesale it for $675.
For $675, okay. Well, that's not going to be, nobody's going to be really that excited about it because, and here's what an investor is going to do, is an investor is going to go and view it on Zillow, and he's going to be like, oh, it's $685. So
they're going to take it off the market today, so it's not going to show.
Okay.
Yeah, they're taking it off the market.
And the rents are $3,200.
I believe so, $3,200.
Okay, so let's look at this and let's be okay. So whoops, where did it go? Sorry, I lost it. There we go. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, let's do the numbers real quick, just so you're offering $675.
Yeah. Okay, I can go $665 on it as well. $665. Yeah.
Is what you offered?
That's what I'm going to offer to wholesale it.
Okay, that's what you're going to sell it for. What did you get it for? How much did you get it for?
$610.
Oh, $610. Okay, good. Okay, that's different. But what are we looking at rehab?
I'm looking at about $80,000 to $100,000.
82. Let's call it $100,000 in rehab, and you're getting $3,200 a month in rent.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you seeing here that doesn't make sense? We're spending $710,000, and your PITI is 49, so you're only losing $2,300 a month. Who do you think is going to buy that? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's costing you $5,000 a month for this house. Great location, everything else is great, and another $100,000 out of pocket. So the down payment's going to be, $222,000 because you got to get it repaired, and then for that you get a negative $2,300 a month. Not a deal. Now,
I think it's probably better for fixed flipping it.
Well, no. Well, I mean, only if you get it at. Let's see what the price tag needs to be. I'm assuming 300,000. Let's see then. Even at 300,000, you lose $207 a month because your rents are terrible. If the rent was $7,000 here, then we could talk, but it's not. It's $3,200.
Yeah, I was looking more as end buyers to flip the house instead of renting them out.
Sure, that's fine. So, what are you going to offer? What's the? Do we know what the comps are in the area?
Yeah, so I looked at the comps in the area. They're like around 1.2. They're going as much as 1.7.
Okay.
For the square footage.
Okay. And these have all been destroyed though, because one got flooded. They all got flooded.
Yeah, there's actually one for 1.3, and it still hasn't been rehabbed. Right down the street.
Okay. So 637 right next door. So that's your comp.
That one doesn't have a. I don't think that one has a. Does that one have a pool or?
Yep, it's got a pole. It's a great comp. 700, 2 more doors down with a pool.
Oh yeah, those are. I believe those.
1.4 million's got a dock, so you can't take anything on the other side. But even if you did, across the street, it's 600,000. Yeah, they're right within the right. I mean, what they're asking is what they're worth. It's not. You're not getting a deal. That one, yeah, and everything in that neighborhood is hammered, and it's got to be. If this one got destroyed, they all got destroyed. So not a deal, in my eyes.
Okay. I'm glad,
sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm glad. No, I'm glad I showed it to you, so I have an opportunity to come out of the deal. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be in that. That's brutal. You know, I mean, in 10 years, you're going to look at this and be like, I wish I did that, but you wouldn't have made it the full 10 years because you're looking at 625. I mean, these all got flooded more than likely. But anything along the water, you can't charge the same amount. So yours is in a neighborhood that's all. Oh, do you have a dock? I don't think you do.
No.
Nope, you don't have a dock. Yeah, you're landlocked. So you're the cheapest house in the neighborhood. Because all the rest of them have a dock, and you can once you can get your boat in there, you can start charging the millions and the 800,000s. But you're landlocked. So is this one. So that's why that's a good comp. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, bro. Take it easy.
You too. Thanks.
Later. All right, guys, that brings us to, we're right close to 10 o'clock. But let's bail. I've got to figure out why I can't do anything at all on this. Hey, good stuff. I hope you had a great weekend. It was nice and long. Get on the phone, you guys, as much as you possibly can. But I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., and we'll do this all over again. All right.